and World of Wonders. For the Salterton trilogy, Tempest-Tossed, Leaven of Malice, and A Mixture of Frailties. For the Cornish trilogy, The Rebel Angels, What's Bred in the Bone, and The Lyre of Orpheus. And for his most recent novel, Murder and Walking Spirits. He was the first Canadian to become an honorary member of the American Academy and Institute of Arts and Letters. He is a companion of the Order of Canada and honorary fellow of Balliol College, Oxford, and he has received honorary degrees from Oxford, Trinity College, Dublin, the University of Wales, and McGill University, as well as from 21 other Canadian and U.S. universities. He and his wife now divide their time between homes in Toronto and in Caledon, Ontario. The book bears a dedication for Brenda and our daughters Miranda, Jennifer, and Rosamond, and is preceded by a quotation: "Cunning men, wizards, and white witches, as they call them in every village, which, if they be sought unto, will help almost all infirmities of body and mind. The body's mischiefs, as Plato proves, proceed from the soul, and if the mind be not first satisfied, the body can never be cured." Robert Burton, The Anatomy of Melancholy, 1621. The Cunning Man, by Robertson Davies, Chapter 1. Should I have taken the false teeth? In my years as a police surgeon, I would certainly have done so. Who can say what might be clinging to them, or in the troughs that fit over the gums? I would have been entirely within my rights, but in this curious situation, what indisputable rights had I? To begin with, I was no longer a police surgeon, but a physician. Primarily, I suppose, a diagnostician in private practice, and also a professor in the Faculty of Medicine, Diagnosis. I was thus a rather unusually qualified bystander when poor old Father Hobbs died right in front of the high altar at St. Aidan's on the morning of Good Friday. Instinctively, like a fire horse when it hears the bell, I darted forward as he fell. I was still not old enough to know that a doctor should never be in a hurry. When Charlie waved me back, hissing, "This is holy ground, leave it to me," I did not want to insist on my rights, or at any rate my privileges, as a medical man. Charlie was insisting on his rights as a priest, in a way I resented, but I did not want to get into a tit-for-tat quarrel with him. We were members of two rival priesthoods, he the man of God, and I the man of science. And in the circumstances I thought my priest equal, if not superior, to his. But I did not want to show pique or press a petty advantage. We were in a church, Holy Communion had begun, and the dying man was behind the altar rail, so I suppose I thought Charlie was on his own turf and must be respected accordingly. Was this chivalry toward the weaker, or snotty contempt for a lesser creature? I suppose it was a little of both. If I had taken the teeth, the story that this young journalist tried to extract from me would have been very different. A better story? I cannot say. But I was certainly not going to tell Ms. Esme Barron, of the Colonial Advocate, everything I knew. If I leave a few notes on the story in my poorly kept casebook, somebody may find it when I'm dead. What they will find is much more than a few notes. But when I wrote this, I did not know how much my story would possess me. I had no intention of confiding in this very attractive, tactful young woman, whom I did not trust an inch. She has asked a question, and I must answer. Yes, I signed the death certificate. I saw the body as soon as it was removed to the vestry. Who moved it? A couple of deacons who were helping to serve Mass. What's a deacon exactly? A sort of priest in training. It's the lowest rank of the ministry in the Anglican Church. A deacon is working his way up to becoming